This is episode 1 of my mini interview series called Strength is Overrated, where I interview a few people in my life that I believe are strong people. My new single, Strength is Overrated, is out now on all streaming platforms. We have our tea. This is my mom, everyone. She is...
Spill the tea.
We're spilling the tea. She is the first person that I am interviewing for this mini interview series. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Sophia, Julissa's mom, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of the song you wrote.
I'm going to ask you a few questions and just answer them as beautifully and honestly as you can. My first question is, what does strength actually mean to you, especially in moments when you don't feel strong at all?
Yeah, so for me, as you know, being vulnerable is really hard. And I'm also a solo parent, and I've been doing things on my own for a very long time. So I remember as a young mother, I had you at 19 years old, when you were about 5. I was about 24, 25, which is your age today. You know, your dad and I loved you so much, but I was getting ready to be a solo mom. And I knew it because, you know, dad was struggling with addiction. My brother had just been sentenced to 41 years to life. So I was at this crossroads where I lost 2 of my most instrumental relationships in my life, where my brother and my best friend, they were both my best friends, were going away for some time. And I knew I was going to be alone. And I knew that I wasn't going to just muscle through it. I knew that I wasn't going to numb myself and drink and party, which I had done before. And I remember, like, my daughter deserves a life worth celebrating, a life with dignity around her, and regardless of everything going around me, which I realized really quick. Like, you can't be strong all the time because you can't control everything around you, right? We just can't. It was crazy how God had pursued me. And I remember you were a little girl, you were playing on the playground. I had just been praying, and I didn't have the most excellent relationship with the Lord at the time, but I know he was pursuing me. And so I opened the Bible, and I remember the words just leaped off the page into my heart, and it was like a promise. And God was just like, I think it was James 1 verse 2, and it was, consider it pure joy, brothers and sisters, when facing various trials, which was super fitting because I was just going to start the trial of my brother, a literal trial. Let perseverance do its work, and your perseverance will give you maturity. You will lack nothing. I'm paraphrasing right now. And I didn't like it at first. I was like, wow, this is ghetto. But it wasn't scary at the time. It was more like God was telling me, I'm a rock with you. I'm gonna be with you in the gutter. But it was true. It was like I felt God saying, you're not gonna lack anything. And so I knew from that point on that we weren't gonna lack anything.
Boom.
And so that was surrender. That was like super surrender. And it just meant that...
Which is quite opposite from what strength
means.
Surrender is not probably what...
Oh, it was so opposite. You know, like, I'm just
but
not...
But because of that, you had strength.
Right. Yeah, so that was the beginning of surrender. I had to start with someone I trusted first, and that was God.
Can you share a moment when you thought you had to be strong on your own, but learned that leaning on someone else was part of your strength?
Well, this ties back into the story I just told, and that was that I have to allow my community and my family. So this took a really long time. This is years in the making. I went online, and I was like, it was January 1st, actually, of 2020. And I basically was just putting a statement out there in a prayer, like, that I have a big dream for us in 2020. And I started out the prayer by just saying, like, one of my biggest issues, I'll say issues, is that I do things alone, and that I don't stop to ask for help, and that I was trying to, like, divorce this habit in 2020. Yeah. Ooh. Don't ask for things like that. And then I was also asking our community to join with us and pray with us for my brother to come home. There's so many times along the way where I was trying to get my brother a retrial and a commutation, and it looked like it was going to happen, and then it didn't happen. So we had a lot of doors shut I had big faith. I had a knowing. And then there was times I had to surrender. Like, was I proud? Did I claim that too fast? Why did you say that out loud? But yeah, so like being vulnerable enough to be like, hey, we need some help. So it was reaching out to the community and just saying like, pray with us, join with us, believe with us, get to know what it's like to support someone who's been incarcerated for 24 years. I mean, we were praying for this when you were a little girl. And so it's like to see it come full circle. Not only was it rewarding for me to ask for help, but I think it was rewarding for me as a parent to see you and your brother watch what miracles look like and watch what it means to like pray for something bigger than me, bigger than you, bigger than I, you know, to pray for someone's freedom, to be released from physical bondage. You know, your brother was like 8 or 9 around the time, and he's gotten to see that, the fruit of sticking through. So, and then going into 2021, Mom and your brother were in a huge car accident. And that's when I really had to put that to the test of letting people help me, because I was not physically able to care for you guys for a good month. And that was truly the most humbling thing. Like, I didn't get a choice in that. I had to allow everyone to help me. And that was super humbling. Like, I had like a shattered pelvic area, hips, my spine was damaged. And like I had such bad neuro damage that I couldn't even like empty my bladder. So I had a catheter in a bag on the side of my wheelchair. And it was a mess. My sisters, thank God for my sisters, all came and rotated and took care of me. And my parents and my dad came. And like when I say letting go of all pride, like I had to allow my family to come and take care of me. And I think for me, when I look back, it was one of the most embarrassing, vulnerable times of my life. Like, I had to learn how to let people cook for me and clean and come in the house and see me at my worst. And when I tell you, I think that was one of the hardest lessons I've ever had. I had to really surrender. So that was strength.
What's something people misunderstand about you because they think you're strong?
Well, it's partially my fault, and it's the fact that I'm like, I don't ask for help very often. I feel like people are just always like, she got it. She's got it. I think I'm also there for a lot of people. That's just my nature. Like, I show up as much as I possibly can, you know, but I show up because I know what it feels like to need the help. And so even some of my best friends that I've been friends with for 30 years have apologized and said, you're just so strong. I didn't realize how badly you needed us too, or like you needed our help. And then it's really hard in honesty to say that I even knew what I needed. Because I was so busy taking care of myself, my business, school, you guys.
It's hard to ask or know what you need sometimes.
I think I was in survival mode for a long time. I didn't realize it. You need people on the outside looking in because they can see like a lot of your blind spots. And I don't know that I was open to that before. So I think people just were like, she's got it. She don't need nothing. Oh God, I wish I had the wherewithal or like the capacity to go back, because I think I would have grown a lot quicker and a lot more.
That's good. Okay, this is my last question. If someone watching this is going through something really hard right now, what would you want them to hear?
It's hard. It's really hard because there's so many different situations. But going back to my brother, and I remember, all right, my words mean nothing right now. Like, it's the physical. And it's not just my brother. It's any person that I've ever come in contact with. It's like most of my friends or friendships that I have nowadays, even you're my daughter, you're not my friend, but there's times you've gone through some really...
I'm her little friend.
You've hit some hard times. And as much as my faith was there for you, I just walked through it with you. I let you get it out. I let you be angry. And I have friends that I meet them where they are. Because that's what God did for me. So I would say for someone who's going through something really hard right now is to picture whatever it is on the other side that looks like healing and freedom to you, and don't let that vision go. As hard as everything is around you. Like, don't let it go. For me, that was prayer, journaling, every single thing that's hurt me, everything that's happened around me. It's in those journals. It's in that prayer book. I kept them even for my kids. I don't know if they'll ever read them one day, but like if they want to see what it's like to go through some really hard stuff, they're there for you guys.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you guys will do them like that, but it's just to show you. I think over time you forget. We look back, if you have some pages to walk through, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that was crazy. And I made it through. So I would say get you a community of friends, get a good friend, get a therapist, get a prayer book.
Amen for therapist.
Yeah, therapist.
And allow people to help you. Strength is overrated.
Yeah, strength is overrated. When we say strength is overrated, like we're all strong.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie,
It's overrated
in
in doing it by yourself.
Yeah, like what did the doctor say the other day?
Oh, the doctor told me that I have thick skin, and I was like, huh. He was talking about literally, but I just thought it was so ironic because I've been told my whole life that I have thick skin. And then this doctor literally told me I have actual thick skin. I was getting blood drawn, and he told me, "Wow, you have really thick skin." And I said, "Thank you." But I think this wraps up episode 1.
Yeah, and I'm so proud of you. Thanks. As your mother, I've always encouraged your creative adventures.
Yeah.
Since you were very young, and I am your number 1 fan.
Thanks, Mom.
And I think that
you trying to make me cry?
I think that you have such a beautiful heart that touches so many people. And even if I always tell you, every time you make a new song, I always say, even if it helps one person, you did a good job. Like, you don't need to be famous. You don't need to be, I'm not saying those things won't come. If they come, awesome. Yeah. Whatever. Like, you know, I grew up listening to some of the most soulful, amazing, beautiful music. There was always music going in the car, in the house, and music changes the trajectory of people's lives. So I think my hope was always for you to just have like creative expression. Yeah. And it's hard to create music and not be authentic to yourself. And I think like you've always created music that was heartwarming or like motivating, encouraging, because that's who you are. And so it's hard to like push that down. And I think that you should keep going.
Thanks, Mom.
Forever.
We're coming to the end of episode 1 of my mini interview series. Thanks for joining me, Mommy. Thanks, Mommy. I'm gonna cry. All right. Thank you.
Bye. Cheers.